Okay, I was gonna make it a longer break, but I sort of changed my mind. Sounds like I missed Ryan, who's trying to avoid spoilers. We don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Yeah, Iceman, did you just wrap your stream by chance? Yeah, I needed a break. I took too long in this last chunk. Got a bit of frozen fruit to munch on. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Jake, Dragon Age Origins. How does one get the Stone Prisoner? Isn't that the Gollum DLC? Or am I confusing that with something else? There's probably a few people who are still on break since I told you all it was going to be a longer break, and then I didn't end up taking that much of a longer break. But I saw the song ending, and I was hovering here, and I didn't want to stand around for the next 5 minutes. Roar! Iceman, you still out there? There's the DLC. So, are you asking where you get the DLC from, or how do you actually... I'm not sure I remember much about that one. I only went through that DLC. Oh, that's Shale. That's just Shale? Oh, then I do know more of that stuff. Explore the village. Talk to... You see a kid. Talk to the kid. I'm thinking of the right thing. You end up getting... you get a key to go down inside one of the buildings. You're gonna have to go exploring in one of the houses in the village. Yeah, and first you have to get to the right town. There is a town you get to. You have to go to a town. And if it's before even that, then you need to run into the right, there's like a traveling dwarf merchant or someone who will start off the quest by giving you a control rod. Closer and closer. We've traveled to the ruins of Gaia Prime. We've got the Master Override. Enchantment? Enchantment! And we've learned more about Sylens' role in all of this. His role in the birth of the Eclipse. In bringing Hades back to a functional state. There was my other break timer. Anyone here an editor? What sort of editor, Everick? And Sylens gave us his lance, and he said that if we attach the Master Override to his lance, if we can get close enough to Hades to stab it in its brain, we should be able to take control, destroy Hades. Then all we have to do is reboot Gaia and restart Project Zero Dawn. That's all. A video editor. Anyone here a video editor? Not I. I have only the most rudimentary, basically no skill at video editing. I've wanted to learn some basics and a little more than some basics. I'd like to be able to do stuff with some of the video content from the stream here that would require me to at least learn some software more in depth. Westerly Fool, yes? Cool. Maybe you two could talk about whatever Everick's got in mind. Hi there, Westerly Fool. Well, let's craft the lance. Master Override removed. Obtained Sylens' lance. As all the overrides, recovered a powerful weapon. Craft the lance, stuff it up Hades' butt. Pretty sure it's supposed to go on the other end, Wombat, but you know, maybe for shits and giggles. Just to make him squirm.
To tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
You gonna ride that rope down, or am I gonna fall to my death? Well, we're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1. Neither! Oh my god. Okay. Right, about that. I know it wasn't a zip line, but damn. Gravity and I have a very special relationship today. Ah, Wombat! I have it on good authority that Hades keeps his skull up his butt. Yeah. Funny how some people do that. Sobek journal. Damaged file repaired. Under repair. Still under repair, but we've got one. Sobek's journal. 11/19/64. Just looking at the dates here. So this is the earliest of Sobek's journals that we recovered corrupted. These are going to unlock, I suppose, as we move on. Our next stop is going to be the armor. Shieldweaver armor. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship bridges on those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Boss Wick, thank you for the host. Welcome, Boss Wick and friends. Thank you for the host, man. Living spaces for alphas already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Justice time! Welcome back, man. We can still call you Justice, can't we? OHN boss to you, Boss Wick. Thank you for the host. Spent last week at the Bryce site, designing ZD Project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office, lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me in an all-seeing presence. Ugh, opposite effect. Makes me feel watched, on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, holo theaters, and first residence block at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan, 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pacific Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be, snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Arius promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect Mark 1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6 T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 1.0 T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.38 T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. The world text data points have not been filling in here, but everything else has been filling in. Imagine we'll get those last 3 yet. What say we don't take the long road? We're being sent way back into the jungles near Meridian. But we have a long-standing date. Travel right to that? Not quite. New suit of armor. That we probably don't need, but I still want. So, Boss Wick, Justice, how was your stream, man? It's armor time. Spider, when we first had that quest, and I saw that it was level 25, I avoided it for a while. when we had that power cell and we were getting up near the proper level, I got so excited I made a big deal out of, okay, after this, we're gonna go for the armor. So are we going for 100%? I think we will probably get it, Shadow Dragon. And if we finish and we're just like that close, so be it. I'll probably finish it off, if we don't end up with the platinum or the 100%, I'll figure out what's missing and tidy up later for my own completionist satisfaction. I don't do that with lots of games. This game is worth it. This game is more than worth putting in the time. And it's pretty forgiving. What the game asks of you is really just to play through it and enjoy it. There was only one tedious trophy. Almost everything has been fun and worthwhile, regardless of how it stacked up on the progression list or the trophies. And yet we've ended up with most of them doing that.
Yeah, this is useful.
Yeah, power cells were story locked, so be it. But no, it was the training dummies. It was knocking over the training dummies. That was the one tedious trophy. You don't run into all the training dummies while visiting all the locations where they are. Some of them are just shoved off to the side. Deactivate the quest for a moment. Best way up on those rocks from here. Maybe we can get up here. Maybe not. We might have to go around the other way. But maybe we can bunny hop up. Yeah, that'll do. When Aloy was a child, about 6 years old, she went exploring. She fell into these ruins. No, not these ruins. This is a different set of ruins. My bad. The ruins Aloy fell into as a child were down here. I misspoke. Nevertheless, not that far. Is there not a better way down? Stream was good. Long? How long? You know me, I like the long streams. I'm finally feeling like I might be able to push for some longer ones. There's our armor. In fact, I wonder if Elizabeth Sobek, if that wasn't, it looks like the armor she was wearing when she went outside to seal the door, to manually trigger the seal. Maybe she brought it back here and locked it away.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Nice. We had some data logs on the technology that went into that armor, if I'm not mistaken.
Only 2 more. Just 1 more.
That's why we needed the power cells.
The last one.
Uses for the
All
locks.
powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
90. 270. 360 would be up. 450 would be right. And then left.
Did it.
Oh.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
Let's have a look.
All right. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Ooh! Touch it! Touch it! Neat looking. Why is there no protection? It probably... Does it close on the wearer? Why'd they give it to you as a box? Maybe in case you didn't have an armor slot for it? Shield Weaver. Got the Shield Weaver outfit. Yeah. What if she's inside? Nice, Lion. What if, yeah, what if Sobek is inside? What if her corpse is in there? No mod slots. Shield Weaver. But it looks like... That's not what it looked like. That little picture of Aloy over there, that's not what it looked like. That's like the protector gear. Or something like that. Really? How does what we just picked up look like that? I guess I see the pieces. I could turn the helmet back on. That part would be obvious. Seems to have some sort of tech field. Let me look at the description of it again. Yeah, I crave. I was just a little hasty there. Ancient technology salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora Leathers. There's my explanation. She took the pieces and stitched it onto her leathers. Projects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. Huh. Suppose it might provide the ultimate protection with a need to recharge after taking some hits. Alright, so she doesn't look like something out of... She looks good. She looks good. Let's leave it at that. You had the same reaction. Well, you know, the way we saw Elizabeth wearing it, and you see the suit there, you figure you're going to come out looking like something out of Mass Effect. And yet it does make sense that she would integrate it if it's just a bunch of pieces. Best way to wear it might not be to put it on by itself. She gets wet and it shorts out. Yes, fatal flaw. Fatal flaw. First puddle she goes in and the shield armor she's worked so hard for is gone. She really gets stuck down in there. Alright, so what awaits? Our destiny awaits. Now you need some sort of master weapon that needs to recharge too. We kind of got that in Sylens Spear with the master override, being that the override has to recharge, but there's Dregs lurking out there. Heard reference to Mass Effect. Pops up. Dregs sighted. A wild Dregs appears. Cheers to you, Dregs. How you doing? Always good to see you pop up. Good to know if you're lurking out there too. Have you played through this? Seen this? Played through this? Go to the Palace of the Sun. That's very possible. I'd crave if everyone saw her in that armor. They wouldn't know what to make of it. Everything else has a place in this world. Neum, if you look closely, it's the same armor as the dead soldiers we saw at the Grave Horde, U.S. Robot Command. It's probably some kind of standard issue military armor from the past. Yeah, let me bring up the data log on what I think was the development, and they were working the kinks out. I gotta get something out of my teeth here. There we go. Got a raspberry seed caught between my teeth. No fun. No fun. Loading times in this game, when you're loading something nearby and it doesn't have to reload a whole new set of assets, are pretty good. You jump across the map and it's got to repopulate memory with all kinds of different stuff, and the loading time goes way up. Okay, maybe it's not in the quest logs. Oh, there it is. Ultra Weave. Ultra Weave progress and trials. You want it fast, cheap, and good, and that's what we're going to deliver. Flexible nanofiber weave instead of plating. Enhancing protection with the 400 EV hard light micro projector. We've reduced our testing cycle from weeks to days, and I'm confident we can get the suit out by next month. Skipping around a little bit here. We have read these before, but that was it. And then the trials came in. Initially, it was working quite well, except for the torso, the arms, and the legs. Weave is not tightening properly on local impact tests. We need to optimize existing sensors or add more. Additional trials, they started to get that up. Torso improved, arms, legs improved. Sensor optimization successful, but torso protection still lagging. Recommend increasing weave density. And by the end, the only weak spot looked like the legs. Somehow, in order to improve the rest, the legs lost out. Friends don't let friends skip leg day. Come on, everybody knows that. Getting there on the weave density and detection components, but an integration error on the left knee tanked the impact test. I suspect an arrow. Ouch, subject isn't going to be able to walk that one off. Surgery required. I don't know if that was the final product or if ours is better. Maybe we've got the knee protection. Your knees? How are your knees?
Some Osram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing. Had to take over my brother's shift today.
Am I going the right way?
It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
Talk to Avad. Up here.
I work hard every day, sleep like a rock every night. Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call. waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
At least they're
Aloy.
listening.
Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Talk to Blameless Marad. Hades intends to use the Spire to transmit a resurrection signal calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the Shadow. She will not fight alone. Yeah, we're doing endgame, Procyon. As far as I know, we're pretty close. I don't know if it'll be half an hour or 2 hours, but we're working on endgame. How are you doing today? Been having a lot of fun here. We are in overtime technically, but
Quietly does it.
it's gonna be an easy overtime. This game is pretty brilliant.
And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but
Oh.
our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it.
No, we're ready.
Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Sleep. I bet sleep brings the attack. Optionally review preparations at the ridge and at the Spire. Let's do both. Then come back to rest. Preparations at the ridge and at the Spire. Alright, getting up to the Spire should be interesting. Let's start at the ridge. Far and wide, the name Aloy has spread, teaching the hopeless and the strong alike of a bodacious babe who's not too shabby with a bow and arrow. And her vitamin intake must be pretty good because her hair can't be that amazing naturally. It's got that shine. And it's always flowing in the breeze. Not one dread on her head that she didn't intend. So the effect on this armor, visually, the effect on the armor is cool looking, but it's also distracting, especially in cutscenes when it starts up by her head. What the hell? I thought we knocked over all these. We got the trophy for knocking these all over. How is there another one standing and...
Sky's getting lighter. Dawn's
Never
coming.
mind. The ones that counted were in the Nora lands. Maybe that's the reason. The answer. And we made a big deal out of knocking all these things over. It shall be revealed. All shall be revealed. You got sitting there. Oh, it's Petra. Remember that thing? See, we would have had the power cells that we needed for the armor a long time ago, except we gave 2 or 3 of them to Petra for this weapon right here.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders
I think
did.
I already destroyed the targets. Maybe they'll respawn. Load ammo from a nearby pile. Oh, we got one more.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Okay. Didn't the original one lob a bunch of stuff? What kind of a range does it have? Decent, but not that far. You guys want to try dodging? No. Shit. Well, we tested 2 pieces of technology with 1 shot. Hot damn. Now I think I know why you asked about the health boost potion. What happens if we add that? 150 on top of 700. Whoa! Whoa! I like. So can I keep? I can keep? I can has boom boom. Okay. What happens if I
Heavy.
take this in fast travel?
It's hard too.
We're just... Nope, we can't. No can take. Alright, Petra. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It jacked our health up to 700. Don't mind the yellow from the potion. It jacked our health up to 700, and I can actually heal back up to that. That is pretty OP. My God, how much health did we have before? 500, I think, is a base. So the yellow goes over the blue. Yep. I saw your question when you asked, and I wasn't quite sure what you meant by it. And then when I saw, when I took that hit, yeah, I had a feeling I knew what that was going to do. Just going to put a few things into my medicine pouch before we go running up to the spire.
Trail.
cannon couldn't knock that thing over. But we won't hold that against it.
These will keep.
Have you just polished that armor, Who's it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Very shiny.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise on a better world.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the
guys.
Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
One more platform and we'll head up to the spire.
Always gonna cheat you and look at you.
Yeah, Bloodwolf, that sounds about right. I think this sums up Ted Faro. He's the giant wrecking ball of humanity. Yeah, and what he couldn't do with the first wave, damn near did with the second.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Hatchet girl.
Graham Oseram stirring up tensions.
What did she give us? Give us a kiss? We didn't stop to talk about it after we discovered what Ted had done inside Gaia Prime facility. But by wiping out Apollo, we now know that that's why all the humans that were reared in the Cradle facility were not allowed into the
That's what I say.
into the school, into the room with the focuses and the terminals that were meant to teach them what they would need to know. All that information was lost.
If I got my hands on
You
Dervahl,
wiped it out deliberately. There was nothing there to learn. And so Gaia didn't let them in.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
You do that.
That's a nice spear, Uther.
Thank you.
We have a second marker here, although it looks like, is it Teb? It looks like it might be Teb. Back on his feet, it is. Teb is back.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
Looking better than last
you
time.
did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire.
Then why are you here?
I brought supplies instead.
Oh.
These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy?
Caches under the banners.
When you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
You don't want to know.
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Arrested two for disorderly conduct last night. You don't want to know.
Yeah, Spider mentioned before when we were inside Gaia Prime, the loot we were finding was stuff like metal vessels, echo shells, metal burn, metal shards, all the same loot in some of those supply containers. But those would have had to have been filled with those items 1,000 years ago.
Let your guard down.
Which makes you wonder how they knew what the things of the future would look like after the world was fallen and after it was built back up. Make sure I'm headed the right way.
Now that Prince Itamen has returned to Meridian, is the war well and truly over?
It's not over yet. Journal. Another piece of Sobek's journal has unlocked. Repaired file. Why is it at the end here? There's at least one more that already popped up that I didn't see pop up. Because we read this one. 11/19/64. Rice site. Reception. Testing. This one must have unlocked already. This was July 16th, 65. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so Terrestrial's life chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints. and no failsafes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Before I go on, we know that the Odyssey project failed. Did it explode, or did it just fail? 'Cause I have to wonder if that alpha build of Apollo is still up there. Ted wiped everything that was part of Gaia Prime and the Zero Dawn project. But what about that alpha build? Maybe it's still up there somewhere. Forwarded the Odyssey message to the alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, all right. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. This is the one which just unlocked. October 31st, Halloween 65. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. So I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing, I need to get back to Zero Dawn. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locked. And 1 unfound. This is the right... Alright, we gotta snake our way up. Fire kiln route. Darn. See, told you I do that a lot. I see fire kiln route from a distance, and I'm quite sure I know what it is. I know what it is. Nope. Not medicinals. We also still... we don't need to do this at all, but we never did get 2 more pieces of fatty meat to upgrade the Rattler ammo pouch. And we still need to find goose skin if we wanted to update the, whichever that was. Tear Blaster. But I'm not going to make it a priority. It doesn't happen. That little bit doesn't happen. How can you unlock them, but you already found them? Yeah, it's what iCrave said. When we found them, they were damaged, and you might think that's end of story, but our focus is some pretty advanced tech, and it's been working to repair the files enough that they can be read. So we got 5 or 6 at once, although it seems like a couple other journal entries have showed up. We didn't have that many in the row before, I didn't think. So he needs to find multiple parts. Sorry, I might have confused you there. The animal stuff is nothing. It's about just time. Yeah, I think time. As far as I know, just time. We're not finding anything that's used to repair them. The Focus is doing that on its own. Hey, look who it is. It's Talana.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
Ooh.
No promises.
No promises. Absolutely not.
When you need me, I'll follow your lead.
Talana is our hawk at the hunting lodge. Our mentor, if you will. And we were her trainee. Her thrush. And this, the Spire. That's what Hades is after. That's where the deactivation codes were issued from. Gaia was intended to come up with the deactivation codes that the humans were unable to in their time.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These guards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Gotten cranky again. Sona was cranky when we met her. She softened up a little bit at a few points. And now she's cranky again. Varl!
Greetings, Aloy.
Greetings, Varl.
Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed either.
Yes, there's that.
It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Yeah, I like Varl a bit more than his mother, Sona. Imagine Sona's reaction if you walked up to her in the original synthweave armor.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
That echoes a
Let's
nice
not
touch.
get cocky, boys.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Aloy. So here we are again.
Mutton
Gearing up for a
chops!
fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
Hold the line!
And what are we gonna do?
Hold the
Hit 'em like a
line!
hammer till they can't hit back!
Or that!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
The knights who say knee. Good guys, yeah. Good guys. Don't suppose we could reverse zipline here. Not quite.
Soon.
Maybe if we could jump on it from up there. Only one thing left, and that's to go sleep in Olin's. Rest before the final battle. Let's go. Man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat and eat after this. From last Saturday, when I thought we might finish it, we've gotten a whole nother week out of this game. Take a short break. It will be a long fight. I bet it will be a long fight. Our journal just opened up another entry. You ready to eat some metal? Yeah! Yeah! I'll eat other stuff after. That's why I was munching on some fruit. I've got some almonds and some crackers by me. I can snack throughout. Oh god, KG, I hope so. Hopefully in a few weeks you'll be able to play proper games again. You shouldn't have played Final, you know what I'm saying, Friday the 13th. Today was not very wise. I've had days like that throughout this mess. Be wise, rest, take care of the body, and we'll take care of you. January 15th, 66. Such a close thing. It's been what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the Eastern Line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver via the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was gonna throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If... At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Wow. So, where's the name in here? The Lightkeeper Protocol, which she abandoned. Sounded like it was going to bring back, she was going to clone herself. Apparently it was going to be all the Alphas. The Alphas were going to raise clones of themselves. Rest of the file's still damaged. Does Travis have a clone in this game? Well, that never happened except for Gaia, in a way, reactivated that protocol and took the genetic data that was stored in the Cradle facility that was just mentioned to gestate one last person, Elizabeth Sobek. And with no resources left to raise her, and no Apollo program to train her, Gaia sent her out into the world. Left her to the tribes, hoping the Nora would raise her, that she would find her way back.
Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
I don't think so. 99% game completion. 88 hours. It was downstairs that we found Olin's journal, talking about how his family had been taken and held so that he would do the bidding of his masters. It's time to rest before the battle. Could be, I crave, could be. Rest before the battle. There's no way back.
You sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you.
She called Gaia.
How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
All allies joined.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
And what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Whoa! come.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do what she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Go!
Helis!
No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
Aloy should have
We
dropped
need
on
those
him.
guns.
He will cut you down!
Not this time.
Yeah!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in the Sun Ring then.
Why do you fight?
Oh shit!
The end is inevitable.
You know what?
If the Deathbringers keep firing, this bridge will go.
Oh shit! Bye bye! There had to be one more. Yen Eclipse wins. Hades wins. The Earth is doomed. Jay, kill him really slowly in the end. Gravity wins again.
Accept it. Accept your weakness.
Can't afford any more losses. Fight!
Whoa. Hey there, guy.
Only endless night awaits you.
Meridian must run red, cleansed.
Oh god, that again. Yeah, the Deathbringer's not so good here. Just not so good. Too much fire everywhere. We gotta stay mobile. Is there any blaze left? Can we lure him to any blaze? This is one tough son of a bitch! Alright, he's coming up the stairs here. Oh shit, wrong arrows. That won't do at all.
Bridge can't take much more of this.
Oh, I think it can take a little bit more. Oh, hello!
Move him away.
He moves fast when he wants to.
can't let him in close.
Oh, yeah? Oh! Yes!
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
Oh, it was. Oh, it was. None of this was meant to be.
None of this was meant to be, Helis. You made it happen.
Reap what you sow.
Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You pity me?
Oh, you're still gonna die.
Turn your face to the sun.
If you choose the fist, what does she do to him?
It's going to.
Just a quick little jab. I gotta admit, the jab was not the dialogue, but the jab was a bit of a really. Oh, we'll live, Matthew. Look what they left for us. Hold the line! Can I take it off the platform this time? No? Well, come on then. That's
Gotta
rough.
get to another platform.
Yeah, another platform. You gonna give me your cannon? Good. Which way is south? Can I have your gun? Pretty sure I can wield it better than you. Really? Are you sure? Uh-oh. I got too cocky. Son of a bitch. Are we going back to the door? Burn all the babies! You did here. Hold the line. Bloodwolf, you did. Defend the ridge. Alright, so we get to do this sequence over again. Give me a gun! Give me a gun! I live, I die, I live again! The greed was real. Yeah. Well, I missed the group advancing from the west. The second group from the west. Looks like I can charge up more bolts. When it told me to abandon the platform, it wasn't quite necessary at that moment. But there was more advancing from the other platform, and I should have paid more attention. By the time I turned to face it, I was turning my back on what remained of this pack. Yes, see, he just called out the west. What do we have to the west? Time to go. Okay, fine, let's switch platforms. That Deathbringer's still there. We're gonna have to do something about it. Give me your gun! The longer you hold, the more you pick up, the more you load it with, the more it fires. There might be an upper limit of that, but... And it was this blasted chicken that got past the line that I was so distracted by.
It's taking a shot at me. Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
Lower your arm, but be wary.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
They're all willing to lay down their guns for Aloy. Yeah, why can't we put that teensy-weensy gun in our pocket? Gee, I wonder.
Raise arms again, west.
I'll find a use for you.
Yeah, it's the bowl of ammo. It's that bowl of raspberries or whatever. That's the ammo.
Gotta get to another platform.
Apparently. Upper platforms. God damn it! you chickens! Give me your gun!
From the sky!
What? No, not now! This is no time for that!
It's firing on your platform!
Hot damn! What the hell is that? That wasn't supposed to happen, was it? Shit. Hey, watch it. Shit.
Here it comes. Better move.
It's another Deathbringer off in the distance. At least. Stormbird! Shit. Move, move, move! Jesus. Shit. Oh, no, 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 where'd you go? Not cool, not cool. Come on, it's gotta be dead. Yes! No! Oh shit. What are you gonna do about that? No! That was nuts.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
By all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
Follow the trail of destruction, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Gotta press on. Must get loot. If there was ever a bad time for looting in a game, I think it's now.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, Shadow Demon. Take the fight to the spire. Meridian will hold. Or my marks of honor mean nothing.
Sounds like stalkers.
It's begun.
Uh-oh.
Hades is transmitting.
Oh shit. It's time to go, kid. It's time to go. Biomass conversion initiated.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Lenora, Baron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
come on! Don't tease me like that. We've had enough dates with gravity today. Shit!
Keep going. Keep pushing.
Right on cue, Jay.
Easy.
Yeah.
So no holding back.
Oh! Okay, wrong place. Where are we going? Up! We're going up! Yes, the stairs. Of course.
They're alive.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
You get some extra blaze. I've been burning through it like crazy. We've only got 142 blaze left. All right, let's go. Is that where I came in? Where's our way up? Which way are we going? Not that way. Oh, it is that way. Yes, that'll do. I see you.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Don't freak out, Aloy. You've fought these before. Shit, too late on that. Alright, that's not working. Didn't sound good.
Still do this. Somehow.
Well, you weren't kidding. There's a timer. This is just weird.
Look out, it's brought in reinforcements.
Has it?
Don't let them overrun us!
Good. Move! Damn it, move. Not good.
Can't let Hades slow us down anymore.
Could someone finish that thing? Jesus. Actually, I do want this still. I'm not done with it. Oh, hold up. Aloy, hold together, baby. Hold together. Shit. This is not a good weapon right now. Not a good weapon. Shit. I'm not sure what we're gonna do about this thing.
With the time I've got left.
Yeah, we're not given a lot of time, are we? It seemed like a lot at first. It doesn't seem like a lot anymore.
Execute.
The big one wants to duel! Okay, here it comes.
That's kind of weird. No matter what, we just can't seem to.
Shit. They keep coming. Knock them back.
All of you, focus on the new machines!
Not good. Not good.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm out of blaze. I ran out of blaze. I fucking ran out of blaze. How do you like them apples?
Execute.
That metal monstrosity's going for you.
Get back down now.
Switch some stuff up very, very soon. I don't think we can really use tripcasters on it. We're gonna be out of bombs momentarily. Maybe someone would drop us a nice heavy weapon. Last sticky bomb. We could drop some prox mines near where it's likely to go. I don't think those harvest arrows are going to work any better than the tear blast did. They're just going to ding it. Well, that didn't do much.
If we don't get to Hades soon, it's all over.
Ah, I missed it. Why can't we just go to Hades? Man, I could use a heavy weapon right about now. Not even sure what to attack it with.
Aloy, that blasted heat wants your blood.
It's taken more than you to stop me.
2 minutes? It's not enough! It's not enough time! Oh, that gun's finally out. My God, the gun is finally down. That one looks like it's disabled.
We have to finish this now. That's good. Yeah! Yeah!
threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Woo! Excellent!
Master Override armed. To activate state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Talk about the nick of time. Mutton chops! Aloy. Data integrity restored. Gaia log, 3rd February.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
It's her.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable even. But with enough compassion to
heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Just like the metal flowers. We're staying for the credits, we always would, but these might be extra special. Wow. What a ride! Good job, team. Good job. Thoughts. The thoughts are swimming. That was beautiful. All around. And as for the mysterious signal, maybe we'll get that answer still. It's not over yet, even as the credits roll. Thank you all for coming on this epic journey. One of the rares. Not soon to be forgotten. Sylens or Rost story DLC. I could go for that. What a journey. Wow, how much time was left on the clock? I remember running during one of the final fire barrages. Running to the left, I knew it was down to 20 something, and I just had to stop looking at the clock. I just ran. The vents opened up. Woo! Oh, it was less than 30. Yeah, I saw the counter in the 20s when I was still running to line up the last shot. Couldn't be much closer. All according to plan, of course. He cast no ropes! In the whole game, not true. I cast some ropes to try it out. You had a standard action movie amount of time remaining? Yeah. Abner, I believe all the bodies from the final leg of the fall were petrified due to the vacuum environment. Yeah, I think that makes sense. They were in a vacuum. There was no air to support decay. When it could overheat, would fire arrows be helping? Maybe, and it was a corrupted machine. You know, you're right, Rex. Fire arrows would have been possibly better because corrupted machines are generally weak to fire. How weak, I don't know. But I think you might be right. We might have forced it to overheat with fire arrows. It was good thinking. Can't believe I ran out of Blaze. Yes, I can. I almost saw it coming. We actually bought Blaze yesterday, and I should have done it during our prep for this. But the best part is, we fucking did it. Yeah. That Blaze, though. Oh God, I saw it was 12. 12 Blaze left. No! And on the first try, and on very hard. Granted, we were at the level cap, but yeah, by the end we had it cranked all the way up to the max. Woo! Told you would burn through Blaze. Yeah, but I had people telling me I was gonna burn through wire. Then again, I didn't tie things down, and I did go tripwire crazy at times. Here's to overleveling. Yeah, cheers. No, I appreciate it, Rex. I also probably would not have really read much during the fight. Respect to the scenario writer, yes. Yes, indeed. This is great, seeing things assembled. I know my eyes have not been locked in on this, but we're seeing the Cauldron facilities in a state of full production. All the maglev Blaze being hauled in, machines being built. Oh, Wombat! Thanks for being our tour guide on this awesome adventure. Thank you, Wombat. Thank you for joining me on this awesome adventure. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for being so generous. Cheers. I like your bits. Big time. How many trophies left for Platinum? 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Unless there's a trophy for finishing the game that doesn't trigger till after the credits. In which case, we might still have it. A couple hours ago, we had 4 hidden trophies left for Platinum. And we got at least 2. At least 2. And if we get 1 more for finishing, well, I don't know. I kind of lost track. Let's see what happens. Not more than 1 or 2. And possibly none, depending on how it plays out. Can you go back into the game after the credits? Well, if nothing else, I do have saves. Yeah. If nothing else, I've got saves. Sea-Star, are you still up? Sea-Star, thank you. I think your exclamation mark was missing, but thank you so much. Amazing story, amazing ride. Oh, it puts you back to before you sleep. All right. I'm very glad, Spin for Life, that we got that out of the way the other day. Yeah, Spin, we went around and got that one the other day. I think that was Monday. Iceman, thank you. Thank you for the bits. Thank you all for your excellent company. Superior generosity. Sea-Star, thank you. Thank you. I like all your bits. Most awesome. Bethesda, take notes. Cheers. All the cheers and all the beers. I like being off of the painkillers. Now I can enjoy some beer again. To Twixor! Making it colorful. It's been an awesome ride, Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Twixor. Thank you for coming on this awesome ride. Thank you so much. Bit train indeed. All aboard! No, not really awake, as you can see. Sea-Star. Twixor. OHN boss to you, man. Secret Agent, Mark Cerny. Special thanks, Secret Agent. Oh. Yeah, BioWare, take notes too. To our amazing cosplayers and fan artists, we love you. Special thanks. Gorilla babies. Are those babies born during production? Maybe. Mark Cerny is the lead PlayStation hardware engineer. Thank you, Neum. In loving memory of Ada Peaches. And, if I tried to say what I thought I saw, I'll mangle the last name there. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making! Ashley Birch. Here's to Tiny Tina, and Chloe, and Aloy. Good job, Ashley. Yeah! S7, my man, thank you. Thank you so much. Told ya! Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Here's to everyone who's contributed to this wonderful journey. What a thing you've made. You can forward past these credits for the final scene. No, we're gonna let them play. But, oh, 25 minutes? 25 minutes, you say? 25 minutes. Well, Miss Misery just missed it. Miss Misery, you're gonna want to watch the end of this one. I'm sorry you missed the end, but I promise it'll be worthwhile. If you roll it back half an hour from this point. There was a pretty epic platform, heavy weapon fight with waves coming in, and then we ascend to the platform, and there was a final timed fight, and we finished it with just 20 seconds left. Woo! It was awesome. Well, we won't let... I hear what you're saying. 25 minutes of extra credits is a lot. I have a habit of letting credits play. I want to give everyone their due. 25 minutes worth of people made this possible, with their names scrolling by. Is there any way to just speed up the roll? That would be great. If we could accelerate the credit roll. I don't think we'll sit here for all 25 minutes. I hear what you're saying, but we have done that before. What other games have had epic long credits? And we've sat here for 20 minutes and watched credits roll. I'm not opposed to doing that, especially if we could talk about what we just witnessed. New pick. Is that how we say your name? Welcome aboard the Starship. Thank you for the follow. I'd say take your seat and get ready for liftoff, but yeah, we're coming in for a landing, aren't we? New pick, I hope you'll join us for many more adventures. I think tomorrow we'll dive back into The Witcher for a day, just for a day. We'll pick our no-HUD playthrough back up. Did we not do that for The Witcher the first time through? Oh, yes, we did. But we've done that for every game. I'm not sure I have skipped the credits on any game yet. And if we skip these credits because they're 25 minutes long, I hate to say it, but that's gonna weigh on my mind and heart. Dregs! Good lord, man! Dregs, thank you, good sir. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. GG! GG, Dregs. GG, man. Cheers. There are so many people who contributed to this. From the project leaders all the way down to the people who brought the coffee. I say we give them their due. In Ubisoft, the credits play you. Anything Ubisoft had really long credits, huh? So be it. Dregs knows what it's like firsthand to be on this list. That's okay, Shadow Dragon. I hear what you're saying. That's probably gonna happen for a lot of people, and I'm torn. Skip ahead to the end scene, or know that we're gonna lose people who won't get to see that end scene. Well, if you want to see the end scene, you may want to stick around. But I hear you, Shadow Dragon. Other things to attend to. Can't really sit around for 25 minutes. So good night, everyone. Good night, Shadow Dragon. Thank you for joining us. I hope you'll be back for our next adventures. Shadow Dragon, you've been part of credits for a few games. Beta testing. Most excellent. Good night, Iceman. I hope you had a good stream too. You made it! After your stream, you came back, and sure enough, we were still going. You came in just in time for the end, and what an end it was! Cheers, man. Good night. So tomorrow we'll play some Witcher. Entropic brother! Thank you for your sub. Thank you for keeping that going. Thank you for supporting this stream as you do. Brother! Yes! Thank you. On Monday, we're gonna play Edith Finch and something else. Edith Finch will not take 6 hours, so Edith Finch, possibly Abzu. But I might split those up. So let me think about Monday. We will be playing Edith Finch on Monday. We will be playing some Witcher tomorrow. What's the next big game? Oh, I can't say. I've got a few things rattling around in my head. I've got to get some stuff installed. So, the post-credits. I suspect the post-credits is going to tell us where the unknown signal came from. It's funny you put it that way. WTF is Edith Finch. That's practically the name of the game. What became of Edith Finch? It's a short, atmospheric, exploratory adventure. I don't think adventure is even the right word. It's a very personal, intimate exploration. And I don't know much about it. That's about all I know. Well reviewed. People here in our channel who have played it speak highly of it. And it was DBA Bob's suggestion. Hasket, you went to work, came back, and still saw the end. Here's the long streams, and here's to many more. Slenderman or Riot? Right. Chronic says, Jay, have you played the Far Cry series at all? No, that's the short answer. I have actually played about 5 minutes of Blood Dragon, and I thought that that would grab me. From what I heard, I thought that would grab me, but something about the shooter mechanics, I decided to, we'll do that another time. I have not played any of the Far Cry games. I've watched a little bit of 3 and 4. Primal's the one that kind of interested me. Can you guess why? I mean, I like the primitive tribal combat. Generally more than big, flashy, boom, 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 rapid fire, heat-seeking, bows and arrows. Yes, please. So, I might play Far Cry one day. I don't know where to begin. Some have suggested 3, others 4, and Primal's the one I've got my eye on. Matthew, above and beyond. Thank you, Matthew, for awesome streams. You're welcome, and thank you for making them awesome. All of you make them awesome. Thank you, Matthew, for your generosity. Uncharted ruined him on shooters. Can't blame Uncharted for that. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 nearly ruined me on Uncharted. And it was the shooter mechanics, I think. It was, That was crazy. Who remembers? How did that play out? We played 1, 2, and 3 over the course of about a week, ending in a 24-hour stream, right? Or was that in the middle, not the end? Was it Uncharted 2 or 3? Which one had the 24-hour stream somewhere in there? It was crazy. I might have had the endurance to stay up and play games for 24 hours, but I did not have the patience and endurance to enjoy the clusterfuck that was combat in those 3 games. Wave after wave after wave after wave after wave after wave. Oh my god. But they nailed it on 4. Somehow they nailed it. They scaled back those waves. I always knew you were a primitive, Jay. Yes, you did, Hazcat. Yes, you did. Shout it loud, for I am proud. It was a nightmare. You played all of them in a row. That was my mistake. My bad. I think I'd like to play the Uncharted games again and not play them all in a row in 1 week. Oh, crazy. I have flashes of those games. I can remember the sub at the beginning of the first. I can remember the fight with the guy around the magic trees in the second. Or was that the third? Oh, it was a blur. The Uncharted games were a blur. Chronic, really? Primal? Far Cry 3 is probably the best out of the series. Is that Vaughn? Is that his name? What's the name of the Voss? Voss, isn't that it? He's supposed to be one of the best villains in video games. Is that, did I get the name right there? I have heard good things about that one, mostly because of that character. And let's not talk about the new one. I think we got close to cracking 90 hours. It might even be, we'll have to check. If it loads us back to before we slept, I wonder if the game timer will be what it was before the end or what it is now with the end sequence. Yes, Voss is the villain in 3, right? Matthew, I think we're gonna find out. There's something coming after these credits, which, yes, I could just push that button and skip the credits. But all of these people, the ICE team, WWS Finance, all of these people made this possible. And I don't want to cut them off just because they weren't at the top of the list. Without all of these people, this game would not be here for us to play. We would not have had these awesome 90 hours in Colorado and Utah 1,000 years in the future. 1,000 years. When this game started, people were asking, what are your guesses, Jay? How long into the future do you think this is? What time do you think it is? What year? It seemed like more than 100. I wouldn't have guessed it had been an entire 1,000 years. 1,000 years. The Zero Dawn project failed within 300. And yet it was 700 years after that that the gears began turning again. That Elizabeth Sobek, that her genetic material was brought out of storage. Last-ditch effort from Gaia. And what a last-ditch effort it was. Think of the odds. Gaia had no way to raise Aloy, had no knowledge to bestow on her, had to send her out into a tribal world full of dangerous machines and hope that she would find her way back. More than that, with the Alpha Registry corrupted, that plan was shot too. And it came down to faith. Gaia believed in Elizabeth Sobek. Believed that she would find a way. She did. It's pretty mind-blowing, Chronic. Pretty mind-blowing. So before these credits roll through and we see what we shall see, we know that the Odyssey, the plan to save humanity by colonizing Sirius, was it Sirius? Which star system were they headed to? We know that that failed, but maybe we don't know as much about that as we think. I wonder if there wasn't something to that. I wondered if that Alpha build of the Apollo data storage that went with might still be accessible somehow. Maybe the signal came from... There's thunder rolling outside my house, boy. Please, come on, can we just keep power for a few more minutes? Old Blood Wolf, actually, if you think about it, outside of Apollo, Zero Dawn was a success until the mysterious signal messed everything up. Good point. It was not failing until things became corrupted. It still had a chance until things became corrupted. So basically they wanted Aloy to be a walking library? Not exactly. She was the key to the library. She was supposed to be. Chronic, I'm thrilled you loved it as much as I did, though. I think this game has made impressions on many people. Go Gorilla, nice job. Killzone Shadowfall had nothing on this. Just look at how many people's working on about 100 hours of gameplay. One of you said this sounded short. Only 40 to 100 hours? Who said this was short? I don't mean to give you grief. I just want to point out that I don't think 100 hours of gameplay is short by any measure. Nor is 50. We're expected to pay full price for games that last a mere 10, 12 hours anymore. They might spend years making a game that lasts 10, 12 hours, and before you know it, it's gone. We are lucky indeed to have these worlds to visit. These adventures in lands that can only be dreamt of, even when they take place on our good Earth. Aloy was Gaia's final solution to put everything back on track. Yeah, her last-ditch final solution. She could not birth and raise any more humans. She had already sent the last of them out into the world to become, well, what became the tribes. Chronic, I gotta say, out of all the games I've recently played, this and Witcher are probably the only two that made a huge impact on me. Well, I'm not sure if I would say that. Those were the only ones. I'm very impressionable, if you hadn't noticed. And things can cut right through to make a big impact on me. So many did. Of course, you said recently. I don't know how recent you mean, but... Valiant Hearts. Life is Strange. Of course, The Witcher. And while I can't say that Zelda was emotionally impactful, it also made quite an impression on me as someone who enjoys games, a wide range of games, and loves a good sandbox to play in. I Crave, you're going to start your adventure tonight in The Witcher 3. Happy trails, my man. Happy trails. You bought it from the Steam sale. Good move. Good move. We'll be playing a bit of that tomorrow, and I don't know if you'll want to avoid that, to avoid spoilers, or you'll join us. I don't know what we'll be doing in-game tomorrow. It's an open playthrough. We started in the fall. Last 5 years. Well, then it's really special, Chronic. Nothing else got through to you these past few years. You're gonna love it, I promise. Tell Geralt I said hi. I crave. Just 98 to go. And you join that, that very small 2K club. Yeah. Music is good. All the music in this game has been fantastic. Who was it? Someone popped in here today, maybe has been out there lurking, but asked, what was my favorite sound in the game? I thought they meant sound effect. I'm scrambling to think, what are the cool sound effects? Oh, I like the thump noise when a tear blast arrow rips something off. He said, my favorite is the ambient music. And they were right. The soundscape in this game was phenomenal. You could just stand out there in the wilderness and be and enjoy. Hey, it might be. I crave. It might be. Is this from the church in Meridian? Yeah, well, Matthew, the writer of The Witcher, also sold the rights to the series for use in games for what, about $4,000? Because he thought that. I assume that's the reason. It would make a reason. Why wouldn't he have thought his stories were worth more in selling rights for games? Well, maybe it's that. If he thought games aren't capable of delivering emotions, not a good carrier for an emotional story, maybe that's why. He wouldn't have thought the games could possibly be successful if they couldn't deliver on that. But the thing is, they can. Even in the first Witcher they did. But boy, did they polish their skills, their art. Whew! And this is one of hundreds that proves it's not true. Maybe hundreds, maybe so. Many games have brought us to emotional climaxes, whether it's BioShock or The Witcher. Dregs, back in 2010, approximately 20 different stories were written for the game. Exploring various concepts for the game, such as different player characters, a story was finally developed and game production began 2011 with nearly a 6-year journey to produce. And worth every moment. Thank you for sharing that, Dregs. They had 20 different stories they began with, huh? Is it, Matthew? The soundtrack is a bit similar to Halo. Believe it or not, I've hardly seen any of Halo. I've played about 5 minutes while helping other people set up some systems for local multiplayer, and then hovered while they played a little bit. But I've seen so little Halo. I know nothing about it. I crave. You have to watch the making of this game and interviews with Neil Druckmann and Herman Hulst. I think I will. I'd like to see that. Are they doing localization, or what section are they in? My eyes have not been on the screen too much. I'm glad they haven't cut the music out, that they're not just recycling one track. Keep playing tunes and we're good. Chronic, you remember Sapkowski getting a lot of tweets after people played The Witcher saying how much the game impacted them emotionally. Maybe he's changed his mind to that effect. I suspect he has. If only he could resell the rights and get a little piece of the pie. Not the first time someone has sold something off, believing it to be of less value than it was. Not the last. Not this track. Previous track, is that what you were thinking of as similar to Halo? Bass effects, cubic motion, natural motion, morpheme. Natural motion, morpheme, animation technology. Was that involved in all the awesome body animations? The facial animations were not this game's strong suit. They had some really strong faces. But as We Are Woo is fond of pointing out, a number of characters like to talk as if their jaws were wired shut. I don't think that took away from the game. It was noticeable. The game's soundtrack features 80 tracks that span over 4 hours. Here we go. Here's to everyone who stuck it out through the credits. Cheers. Oh, come on! I mean, come on!
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that...
Plural masters.
Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Damn it, Silence! Damn it, Silence! Damn yous! Damn yous all! So Silence did not send the signal, but Silence, the first to find Hades, to repair Hades, to work for Hades and do its bidding. He's not done with Hades, huh? Who's the big question? Who's the bigger asshole? Ted or Silence? Oh, Ted is definitely the bigger asshole. But Silence, Silence, Silence. It does seem to be opening to a possible next part. No way they can beat this story with all of its mysteries and its peeling the onion reveal. No way. No way they can top that. Give us some good DLC. Don't try to top this story. But Silence hasn't learned at all, has he? We used his lance to stab Hades. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. Just because you've completed Aloy's main story doesn't mean you've finished the game. You're free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quests and activities. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Thank you for playing, the Horizon team. Thank you. Ended the War Machine threat. All trophies earned. Woo! Yeah! How do you like them apples? What a glorious adventure. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Woo! All the things. All the things. Is that your first platinum? It is not.
Be the man!
I'm not the world's biggest trophy hunter, but I do have my share. 9 platinums. Okay, one of them was The Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. What else is in there? What else is hiding in there? Bloodborne? Before they added DLC. Yeah, Walking Dead, that one. That was kind of a freebie. Dragon Age Inquisition. I played that on PS4 first. That was before I started streaming on Twitch. Mass Effect 3. Why are there 2 Walking Dead? How did that work? I thought only one of them gave a platinum. Mass Effect 2. I did not get the platinum on Mass Effect 1 because of those bronze play all the missions with every companion. Skyrim, back in the day. Final Fantasy 13, that was my first platinum ever. There you go. KG, you made it! 4 a.m., but wanted to watch you finish it. I'm so glad you hung in there. All of you, thank you for hanging in there and through the credits and everything. Cheers, you are awesome! Much love to the Entropic family. Far and wide, chatters and lurkers. Yeah! PS3 and PS4 copy separate trophy pools. Actually, I think that's it. That's probably... Was that why Walking Dead was on there twice? I think you're right. I think you're right. So really only 7. Those Walking Dead ones don't count, do they? Funny topic. Welcome aboard the Starship. Thank you for the follow. I hope you'll come back and join us for many adventures. That's it for today, folks. We're done. It's done. A successful journey, a game complete, and more adventures on the flip side. I will see you all then. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your company. Thank you for your generosity. Welcome everyone new aboard the Starship. We'll see you next time. Good night, KG. Good night, everyone. I'm not quite off to bed, but I am off to dinner. The dogs are giving me funny looks here. Let's see, is there someone we can drop in on? For those of you who hung in there through the credits. Holy shit. Tyler is streaming. We're jumping in on Tyler right now. I hope he's going for a few minutes. I'm not going to ask him first. TYB 2012. Yeah, there it is. Okay. TYB. Well, you know what? To be honest, I've never seen him stream. Let's jump in and find out. Because we love Tyler here. Are you able to walk the puppies yet? I am. Hascat, I am. One at a time. They weigh 65 pounds each. I can't take them at the same time. But I'm taking them one at a time. Tyler is playing some Tekken 7. Let's drop in, show him some love. Give him a follow if that's your thing. Oh no! After all that, he's hosting someone else he must have just wrapped. Oh, darn. He just ended hosting someone else. He is, and so will we. Ah, bummer. That would have been great. I would have loved to drop in on Tyler. Well, keep an eye out for TYB 2012. Give him a follow and check him out. Okay, well, we dropped in on Tyson RK yesterday. He was playing Hollow Knight. He's still playing Hollow Knight. Tyson is a member of the Hidden Gems here on Twitch. He's good friends with some of the larger streams you might know, such as Zeke, if you know Ezekiel the Third. Anyways, Tyson has... He's been streaming for years, but he somewhat left Twitch to get into game development. He seems to be streaming more again, so change of plans. Let's drop in on Tyson RK. And if that's your thing, give him a follow. And share the love. I'll see you all on the flip side. Good night. Good night. I bid you good night.